Now we're going to demonstrate the Jingle Bell program that we had previously hosted with 4 drones. This is 10 drones in a different formation flying pattern. So you can see them laid out there on the carpet. This carpet obviously has to be the large one, quite a bit bigger than the one for the 4 drones. So we're going to start the program and track it through. You can see in the left corner there the mission dialog box. So we'll start it here and watch them. And there you can see they lined up in a line, different colors. And then they're going to go into the various formations. And each formation will be a block. So we'll see these in height and also in altitude. You can see, first of all, they're bouncing up and down to the green. Now they're on yellow, blue, going into 2 circle patterns, an inner circle and an outer circle. Changing colors, red and white. And now we're about halfway through the program and they're backing up, doing it counterclockwise. And now you can see they're doing another bounce and in 2 circles again at different heights. Now they're all in one height in white. They've lined up into parallel lines, and now they're doing a pattern there. You can see it's somewhat of a parallelogram. Now they're bouncing up and down, and now they're bouncing up and down, but not in formation. They're coming back into the original position and they land. Now we're going to switch screens and show you this pattern. And there we are. You can see fairly well. We'll bring it up some there. You can follow the formation primarily by following the light patterns. So here you can see the first one is red. Okay. You can also follow the dialog box on the simulator. So wherever the lights are there, you can see blocks. This is a block of cold. Okay. And then it goes into another block here, and this is yellow and blue. And these are all blocks with a change of color. So what I do to follow this is actually print off these on pages on tabloid sheet paper, and then I try to match up the various blocks with the simulator, with the program, and with the colors. These are imported programs done elsewhere. I have a program from, this program comes from China. I have a program also from Australia. If you look here, we'll go back up to the top. In programming, many people will put in comments to make it easier to track a program. So if you click on one of these blocks, let's go down here and do a right click on, let's say, this red box, and it comes up with duplicate, add comment, and delete block. So we can duplicate these blocks, or we can add a comment. And there's our comment out there to the right. And it's kind of out of the thing, but anyway, I can't seem to get it back. There we go. Bring it back into view. And if we click on here, inside there, we can say turns light red. And then, so we can make it easier for somebody to follow if we're writing a program. So now let's go back to the simulator, and you can see your little light sprite up there. Let's go back up to the top. We have this here in Chinese, and here's your sprite. And here's sprite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when you set these up, the first drone that you turn on becomes drone 1. So you do have to know where to put drone 1, and that you would have to go to your program and see where it would go in the program. So you find the first QR code, and that's where the drone should be close to in the starting point. Here you can see where they've got them starting on number 13, okay, 15, 17, 19, and 21. And if you look at it there, there's always at least one space, one cold marker between them. That's fairly important also in setting them up. So let's go back now again to the simulator, and we'll run the program one more time just to show you how this all works. I'm using a right click here to turn it up and down. Okay. And using the mouse to make it smaller, the scroll bar on the mouse to make it smaller and bigger. And you can actually track the numbers a little bit easier if you want to track one. Okay. And then we have a reset here. We're going to do a reset, and you can see they go back to a starting position. Those lines that you see are the tracks it's going to take. And if you look closely in the program, you see that you do have to put a time in there for each maneuver or for each track. So that is determined more or less by you. So this gets a little bit complicated depending on how far you want it to go, how high you want it to go, and so on. So So now here, I'm going to click, and you can see on the setup, we can change it from daytime. I happen to like nighttime. Okay, you can change the speed and the chessboard pattern as far as sizing. So now we're going to confirm that, and you can see it's turned black. So this time we'll do it black and make it a little bit bigger. And then I'll show you another thing that's important in this. So now we're going to go to play, and they're going to move up to a starting position. You can see they move, they stop, the lines come up, okay, and you see at the top there the timeline. They're moving into position, and you can see the color changes. So as soon as they get in position, I'm going to stop it. And you can then see on the scroll bar what they're doing. They're all doing height maneuvers, and you can see the time is in units, and the time is 26. So again, this is a way to evaluate a program. So we're going to start it going again. And they're going up and down. And you can see the colors change. And there's our circles. So you can stop it again. And you can move it up and down and look at those circles as they're being formed. There we're flying. And then we're doing another bounce. And we moved into one circle on the all white. We changed directions to counterclockwise. And there's an attempt there to make a figure. One just broke out, and again, going up and down. Now they're all red in the two circle pattern again. So you can make a time log on this. Now that they stayed in two circle pattern, they turned white, and from the white they went into another pattern of all ones. And as a white, they changed into the two parallel lines. We're trying to track that program and make it a little bit easier to read. So here we go again. Now we've got our two parallel lines, and they're moving in. You can see that, can't tell if it's a rectangular or a parallelogram. Now we're staying white, but we're moving up and down. Okay. Yeah. That's a bounce, we can call it. And now they're moving not in sync. They're moving 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're moving back to our landing position. And we're going to stop the program.